Welcome to the first video of this chapter. We are talking about plating techniques here, but before we understand what it is, here is a simple example for that. There is a skeleton which needs to be sold, but at this condition, if you sell it, it will sell for a very lower price, but you can sell it for a bit higher price when you can coat it with gold. Now, in order to do this, there is a better model for you, and you have two options to choose from. One, you can make a skeleton completely out of gold, and as on today it will cost you about 2.8 crore Indian rupees, or you can plate this regular skeleton itself with gold, which will consume little less amount of gold, and you can make it in 46 lakh rupees. Now, if you look at the business for these two, you can make the second type, that is gold plated skeleton, in much lower price than the first type where the complete skeleton itself is made up of gold. So this is where the plating technique plays its important role, where you can reduce the cost of production, still maintaining what you want. So here we'll try to understand what plating technique is about. Basically, the process of plating technique is a process of modifying the surface properties of a substrate or article by depositing a suitable metal or alloy over the surface. Now, to show you that with a simple example, let me consider this. Assume that this is an article or a substrate on which deposition has to be done. Now, when you carry out the process of plating, the surface will be entirely covered with other material or metal or alloy. Now once you do this, surface of substrate is no longer exposed to the environment. It is completely covered with another metal or alloy. So this is a process of plating. By doing this, you can achieve a lot more, not just about a skeleton. There are a lot more importance when it comes to technology. Now we will try to understand what those technological importance we have for plating process. First, you can develop corrosion resistance for any substrate. If it is more susceptible to corrosion, you can deposit with metal or alloy which undergoes corrosion rarely. Normally that helps in nuts and bolts that we use for various machineries. You can also improve the wear resistance of the material. You can impart thermal resistance and electrical resistance, or you can impart thermal conductivity and electrical conductivity. Both ways you can do this by choosing the right material. You can also impart optical activity. For example, if a material is shady in appearance, you can coat it with chrome, or you can go for chromium coating to find out something which is shiny in appearance, as you can see in the image over here. You can improve the solderability of the substrate. You can impart thermal resistance, and you can also make use of the techniques in making printed circuit boards or capacitors, which are widely used in almost all the electronic devices. These are some of the very important technological advantages of plating techniques. In order to deposit a metal or alloy on the substrate, there are several paths we can follow, and some important ones are electroplating, electroless plating, dipping or spraying, or surface conversion. I will briefly tell you what these are about. Electroplating is about depositing a metal or alloy on the substrate by passing electricity through it. That's why it is called as electroplating. Then electroless plating is also doing the same thing without using electricity. Hence it is called as electroless plating. Now third one is either dipping or spraying, where it is simple. You can take the substrate, dip it in the metal ion solution, or you can spray the metal on the surface of substrate. The last one is surface conversion, where you do not deposit anything from the other source. You basically convert the surface atoms of a substrate into other compound, which will now be the deposition. So these are some 4 techniques of doing this. Let us try to understand these one after the other. First, let us take up electroplating. It is a process of depositing a metal on the surface of other metal or alloy or any other conductor substrate by electrolysis process. I repeat, it is the process of depositing a metal on the surface of other metal or alloy or any other conductor substrate. And the process that we follow for this is electrolysis process. This can be simply understood with the help of this basic diagram. What you can see in the image is there is a copper at anode, there is aluminum at cathode. Now, by the basics of these electrolysis process, you understand that at anode it will be oxidation that will be taking place, and at cathode it will be reduction that will be taking place. Now, if you look at the process when electricity is supplied through anode and cathode, this is what you're going to see. At anode, the copper metal or the copper atom is going to lose 2 electrons to get converted into Cu2 plus ions. And at the substrate, that is cathode, the Cu2 plus ions will accept 2 electrons and get converted into copper atoms or copper metal. Now let us see that with the help of this animation. You can see that one Cu2 plus ion is generated at anode and got deposited at cathode. And at anode, it liberated the electron, and at cathode, it accepted the electron. But this does not happen only with one copper atom. It happens with all the other copper atoms that are present at anode, and slowly as the process progresses, copper keeps getting deposited on the substrate, which is aluminum in this example. You can see that all the copper from anode will be oxidized to convert it into Cu2 plus ions, and electrons will be liberated, and at the substrate those Cu2 plus ions will be reduced with the help of electrons and converted into copper metal that gets deposited at the surface. This is how electroplating process takes place. So any material or a substrate on which you want to deposit another metal, that has to be made as a cathode in the system. And at anode, you can take that metal which needs to be deposited on the substrate. Now, the electrolyte may or may not contain the ions of the metal to be deposited. It is recommended if it contains the metal ions of the same metal that is to be deposited on the cathode. Now, that's a simple process of electroplating for you. In order to do this process, you will have to make sure that substrate is ready to take the deposition, which is called as surface preparation or pre-treatment. This is done in several stages. First one is to remove oil and grease from the surface. This is carried out by cleaning the surface of substrate with trichloroethylene. But that is now the past, because trichloroethylene was considered to be toxic. Hence, it is now replaced with isopropyl alcohol. Now, isopropyl alcohol is used to remove oil and grease from the surface of substrate. Once that is done, you go for second step called as pickling. In pickling, the substrate is immersed in 10% H2SO4 solution, which removes any oxide layers that are deposited on the substrate. And once that is removed, now you go for further cleaning, which is done by mechanical cleaning process. Mechanical cleaning, as the name says, you will take a sandpaper or a similar material and rub the surface of substrate. And by doing that, you are removing any oxide layers that might be remaining, or if there is anything else that is deposited, all of that will be rubbed off. Now, once you are done with mechanical cleaning, you can go for washing at the end. Now, the substrate is ready to take the deposition of other metal, or it is ready for plating process. Once you do this, you have your article deposited. I'll take some example for that. Let us say what happens when copper is coated on the articles. So this we have already understood in the previous slides, where copper atom at anode loses electrons, gets converted into Cu2 plus ions, and at cathode they accept two electrons, get reduced to Cu atoms or copper atoms and get deposited there. And by that process, there will be continuous deposition of copper on the substrate, and substrate is now completely covered with copper. Here are two images that show you what happens when this is carried out. You can see a different metal inside and there is a copper coating outside. The first one is aluminum inside and copper coating outside. On the on the other hand, you can see a kettle which has copper deposition over it. That has aesthetic advantages. Also, it has other advantages in medical area as well, as some of the research suggests. So that is about electroplating process with copper deposition as an example. I hope the process is understood. Leave comments about the video, and in the next video we will be looking at throwing power of a plating bath solution on the quality of deposition, and we will also be looking at how do we determine this factor called as throwing power. See you in the next video. Thank you.